G'day mate, welcome back to tutorial number 3 in this beginner to intermediate series for hopefully trying to progress your riding. So as I've said in previous videos, don't know where my handle is, I think it's buried in the boat somewhere. So we've got the end of this rake handle. Don't worry, the rake was wrecked, it was broken in another spot, I haven't gone and wrecked a perfectly good rake. Cool your jets, it's going to be alright. Okay, now today, 360. So this is a big day because this is potentially, possibly, maybe, definitely maybe, the first sort of semi-tech trick that you're possibly going to be learning. Here's my advice, try it one wake first, okay? The 360, if you try and send that wake to wake on your first attempt, if you don't quite get that right, you could be in for a bit of a disaster. The old 270 to heel edge and slap down. Oh, it's nasty. Don't want to think about that. So anyway, we'll start with the one wake. And it's the same principle if you're going to two wakes or wake to wake. Exact same thing really. Anyway, so if you are trying to learn a 360, it's up to you. I learned the heel side 360 first. Some people find the toe side 360 slightly easier because it's more of a natural spin. It's personal preference, but like I say, I'm doing the heel side one because that's what I learned first. So you're cutting out on your toes. For this one, I'd probably only go about 10 foot away from the wake, because if you want to learn it and do it in a way that's a little bit more comfortable, you don't want to be sending it too much and then going back to that evil 270 heel edge that I was talking about. So with 360, there's a few prerequisites that are ultra important. You should, or in fact, you need to be able to do a heel side wake to wake comfortably. You should be able to do a heel side 180 comfortably, wake to wake. That's not essential, okay? Some people might disagree with that, but I'd say it's not actually essential, because a heel side 180, it's a very different trick, landing switch and sort of getting yourself pulled back. But like I say, some people might disagree with that, that's fine. Anyway, when you go up for your heel side 360, one wake, what you're gonna do, okay, and it's all about the handle. The handle is key. No rope, no hope. Basically, you're gonna lock that in on your front hip. Same thing with the heel side wake to wake. It has to be a progressive edge. If you go too hard at it, and then you back off, what will happen is the rope will get pulled away from you when you go for your handle pass. And if you're going with too much edge and you're keeping it too tight, then what will happen is it'll throw you off axis and you'll just get completely out of whack. So a nice progressive edge. Once you pop, what you're going to do is you're going to pop with two hands on the handle, and that's really important. The reason why you do that is so that the handle doesn't get too far away from you, and it's almost like you've got it in control. So you pop with two hands on the handle, so it's the same thing as your heel side wake to wake, with your chest going up. Because the reason why you want your chest to go up, and that's sort of your power zone, is because that will keep you on axis. If you're all out of shape, when you go to spin, it'll just throw you completely. So by putting your chest up, it's almost like saying to the trick, I'm in control of this. This is my center of gravity. I'm the one that's staying pretty much perfectly upright, and you're not going to be thrown off and land on that dreaded 270 edge. So once you get up, two hands on the handle, chest up, you're going to spin, and you're going to keep that handle close to your body the whole time. It's a really difficult trick because you're thinking about spinning, you're thinking about the handle, you're thinking about looking at your landing. There's a whole lot of things going on in your mind. But if you can just focus on one or two key things, the rest of it will take care of itself. Okay? So you get up, you pop first, keep that handle close. Now what you're doing is you're almost turning the handle like this, and you're turning it into the small of your back. You've really got to emphasize the fact that it's right there. And sometimes it'll get far out like that. And if the handle does go far out, that means that your cut's not right. And if your cut's not right, there's too much tension on the rope, and then by the time you get up into the air, the boat's pulling it away. So if you find that's happening, go and change your cut. Once you've got the handle in your back, you want to almost think like you're trying to clap behind your back. And there's a reason for this. You might remember in a previous video how I said that I'll often ride with my two hands touching like that. The reason for that is because when you're doing handle passes, it makes it far simpler. If you're someone who rides like this, here's what happens. When you take one hand off, the handle will naturally turn because of the pressure on one side, and then often what will happen is when you go to try and grab that handle for a handle pass, you're sort of swiping at it, you're searching for it. But if you have the handle in the middle of your hand like that, okay, so what happens is that's like your power grip. And when you turn it around, that means that the handle will almost be sort of there and it's easier to grab because you've got more of a chunk on it, if that makes sense. So I'll often think that if you're struggling to grab that handle, or if you're turning it around and it's not there, okay, the trick that I used to sort of say to myself was that you're clapping behind your back, okay? And if you're clapping behind your back, then the handle will always be there to grab. But if you're trying to search for it, or trying to almost catch the handle, chances are you won't be able to, okay? So turn around, grab that handle and grab a good chunk of it, okay? Almost try and, okay, grab a good chunk of it. And once you've got that handle, obviously take off your first hand, and you still want to keep that handle close to your body. Because if you let it out, then what will happen is you'll probably land and you'll land on your back, or you'll become a little bit off axis. Okay, so I'll just unravel myself. So around you go, put the handle close to your back, grab it, and grab it well. Keep that handle close to your body, okay? And then once you get fully around, a lot of the time a good habit to get into is to grab it again with your first hand, okay? Or your right hand if you're a natural. The reason why it's a good habit to do that when you're learning is very soon when you start to throw 540s, that habit will be paying off massively. I might explain that in a future video, okay? So, one more time. Around you go, keep that handle close to your body, grab it and grab it well, okay? Come back round, grab the handle and try and land with two hands. If you can land with two hands, then yeah, it's good for your future development with 540s, but it's also kind of good to have a little bit more stabilization. So if you have any questions or comments, or you've got any suggestions for future tutorial videos, hit me up. Otherwise, check out the previous videos, and I will see you very soon in the next one.